Hey there, here's a mid-game Ragnarok ASA loot crate run that you can do in under 12 minutes with no special tames or tools needed. We're starting out here in Viking Bay. Coordinates are roughly 2138. You will need to be level 80, have a griffin, a set of scuba flippers, and I would recommend a combination of ghillie and fur armor. Let's start the clock and get going. Putting on the flippers and jumping into the water, this part is probably the most dangerous of the entire run because of the megalodons and euryptids that surround the sunken ship. The flippers give you enough speed to kite around them, and you'll find the chest on the west side of the sunken ship here. Don't confuse it with the wooden toolboxes that are also scattered around. This time was pretty easy for me with only one megalodon and one euryptid I saw, but sometimes you'll be trying to dodge a dozen of these trying to eat you. So taming a megalodon or a sarco to help you fight them would be another strategy to use. Now simply fly almost straight south to the ice cave. I do have a spyglass mod on the server, so that's why you'll see the additional HUD information here. Going south to the mountains, fly on the left-hand side until you get to roughly 3138. This is the entrance for the ice cave. Notice I switched out for a couple pieces of fur armor. In reality, you could probably survive without doing so long as it isn't nighttime and you have a few levels in fortitude. This cave has an upper shelf level shaped in a big U shape. I start out on the left-hand side here with this first crate. Yes, I know there are several red crates further down the cave here to the left. That requires a good caving mount or for you to risk running past ice worms on foot, and we're keeping this simple today. On this U-shaped upper level, you'll find 3 drops kind of in a row here, and then on the right-hand side, you'll find 1 drop about in the middle. You'll find a combination of 3 blue drops and 2 yellow drops in this cave. And the last drop you'll find down here on the ground level of the cave on this little slope bit. Now that we have all 5, we go straight up to exit the cave and begin the long journey to the desert. You'll want to fly southeast past the mountains into the open desert biome. There's no reason you couldn't do this with a Pteranodon, but the weight of the loot would start to be a struggle, and you would also just need to stop so many times for stamina during this long stretch. Here I am only stopping once for stamina and swapping my armor back to full ghillie. The heat in the desert can be brutal, so it's best to time this part of the run so you aren't in it at midday when it's hottest. Finding this first drop location is the most important. Go to about 6076 for your coordinates. For these desert drops, there are 5 spawn points, but a maximum of 4 drops will ever spawn. So I mark the locations with a foundation, so I know that I still found the right spot, even if there is no drop there. Just make sure you don't place the foundation on the drop spawn, or you might prevent it from spawning it. I steered a little off here, but from that first drop, fly almost straight south to the second drop at 6378. It isn't very far away at all. From here, you go southwest in a straight line and over this large patch of trees and rocks. You'll find the third drop location at 7076, although it's empty for me now, but you can see the foundation that I previously placed here. Now we have a long flight straight south to the edge of the desert. The fourth drop spot is near the ocean and by this raised dune here. The coordinates are 8377. Now we have another long flight going east. Aim for this Lion King looking rock here and go past it to get to the other desert part. Next, look for these large desert pillars and fly to the left side of them and past them. The fifth and final drop location is on this cliff edge at 8052. And there you go, that's it. Looks like we have 11 minutes and 34 seconds. Not too shabby. Back at base, here's a look at what I got from doing this run 3 times. Of course, waiting about 1 to 2 hours between each so that all the drops spawn back in. Looks like we have a bunch of ascending gear, crossbow, gaze saddle, long neck BP, trike saddle BP, Mastercraft fabricated sniper. Overall, it's not top tier loot, but it's certainly helpful to level up my gameplay at this point. Plenty of junk here for sure, but really, it's not bad for a few 12-minute runs. Hope this helps out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.